Let's explore gradients with Infinite Painter. We'll start with something easy like atmospheric perspective. Use the gradient fill tool to drag out your colored atmosphere. Using your finger or stylus, you can slide away from the color icon to pick colors near the base of each object. With the transparency locked on your object layer, use those background colors to paint the objects as they recede into the distance. This time, let's use the drop-down menu to access the radial gradient for our sunlight. As with any of the gradient tools, you can add color points by tapping along the gradient line, or removing points by dragging them away. If you want to change a color or its opacity, just tap one of the colored dots to access the color wheel. When you're done, tap the check mark to commit. Don't forget to test out the repeat, reflect, and reverse buttons found at the top in the gradient toolbar. They gotta be useful for something. So, with the gradient fill tool active, tap the layer you want to sample from and choose the source option, like the front of this window shape. On an empty layer, you can make gradients that respect the content of your source layer. To check the effect on its own, you can isolate any layer by using the solo layer visibility mode found at the top right of the layers panel. Infinite Painter lets you sample from all layers optically when using the fill tools. Now you can colorize on a blank layer by toggling the Sample All Layers icon found on the Gradient Fill toolbar to the left of the checkmark. This mermaid illustration is made up of 6 different layers with shapes dedicated to the hair, the tail, body, or the fish. On a layer above, you can use the Gradient tool to colorize the image without altering the original layers that make up the scene. When you're done, be sure to hit the check mark. The Sweep gradient is great for dappled light or God rays. Ooh, shiny. Use the tolerance slider to control the areas affected by your gradients. With a high tolerance, you can practically cover the entire canvas. But with a low tolerance, you're only going to affect the colors similar to the initial start point where you first touched the screen with your stylus. Here we'll use it to add lighting to the mermaid's arm. Then, after hitting the check mark to exit the gradient, we'll use Blend to smudge the colors into place or soften hard edges. This is a great way to do a little bit of painting without having to use your paintbrush to render out the sun, the core shadow, or the bounce light. Like spray paint with a stencil, you can mask off certain areas where you want to limit the gradient effect. Use one of the selection tools like the lasso to create custom shapes for your gradients. Define the areas of interest with your selection mask to limit the shape of your gradient effect. Press the lasso tool checkmark to make the selection active, and then drag out your gradient fill inside the masked area. Sometimes you want to add a subtle gradient effect to your artwork. Open the Layers panel and clip the gradient to your chosen layer or group. Switching your gradient layer from normal to another blending mode like Overlay or Multiply will tint the image towards your gradient colors for an overall color theme. If you want to make a group with several layers, try pinching the top and bottom layers together. And just in case you need any special water effects, definitely try out the Liquify tool. It works great for mermaids swimming in toxic oil spills, I guess. So, have you used gradients in your art lately? Definitely tag Infinite Painter when sharing your next gradient masterpiece, and don't forget to subscribe or hit the like button to show your support for our channel.